What's going on, guys? It is Living Legend here, and today I'm bringing you guys a Black Ops 2 League Play game playing Hardpoint, and this is back when, for all the patches, pretty much, let's say in December or January, I don't know. It's just not up-to-date gameplay. But what I want to talk to you guys about in this gameplay is who ruins this game. Do the developers ruin the game, like Treyarch Studios, or is it the players? And this is a very highly debated topic. People say, it's Treyarch for benefiting these players who quickscope and all this weird stuff, like shotgun and all this. People think it's overpowered. And the other argument is that the players ruin the game. They're the ones who are using the weapons when they weren't. They're the ones who are abusing the guns in that way. And let me start this off by just saying, Treyarch, they patch and buff and nerf their guns and their game in general based on the competitive community. They're a very competitive, they're into EA Sports, competitive gaming, that kind of shit. So their games are gonna benefit people who could compete and people who are good at the game. Now, this coincides with the fact that in past Call of Duties, sorry guys, I haven't done this in a week, so actually 2 weeks, so I'm a bit bad. I gotta get back into this. In past Call of Duties, like MW3, all you saw in the competitive community in Call of Duty in general was the ACR and MP7. I guess the snipers were a little OP, but that's Infinity Ward. They did not do that at all to benefit good players. They did that. I guess they kind of did, but mainly they did it for because they've always been known for that. Treyarch, the reason why they put that into their game, even though in Black Ops 1 sniping sucked, was because they wanted to make the guns equally accessible to all players, so it's more competitive and so all guns will be used. If you guys watched competitive in Black Ops 1, MW3, all you saw in Black Ops 1 was the FAMAS and I'm not sure if the Galil was really used, but I know for a fact the FAMAS was. SMGs were horrible in that game. And in Black Ops 1, like I said before, all you saw was MP7, PP90, ACR, all ARs and SMGs. No shotguns, rarely shotguns. I guess there would be some. Snipers were okay, but that was not Treyarch's game. Treyarch's game was obviously Black Ops 1, which is where nobody used sniping. Nobody used snipers in Black Ops 1. So in this game, in Black Ops 2, in order to make all the weapons compatible with each other and form it to be more of a competition and not one gun ruling over all the others, they made the snipers easier to quickscope, and they made it for the shotguns to be easier, longer range and more damage, and they kind of nerfed the SMGs and the ARs a little bit, not to where they're completely unusable, but to the point where it doesn't really ruin the game, doesn't break the game. But this is all in competitive play. Now let's get into the main point, which is what I believe, and that is that the players ruin this game. Like I said before, Treyarch, they benefit competitive good players so it could be an equal playing field for all. But the people who play this game, this is the one thing I'm pissed off at Treyarch for, is that Treyarch believes that, the game's rated M, obviously, so obviously people who are 17, 16, around that age play this game. They're mature, they're it's not really the group that you would see tack inserting full party in a game, just quickscoping everybody, because that's mainly the younger crowd. Because let's face it, the younger crowd's not that great at this game. Nor in order for them to really play this game, they have to use the cheapest weapon possible. And in pubs, since it's pubs, there's not that many great players. They use the sniper rifles. And let me just say, most of these kids are around the 12-year-old range, which is when I started playing Call of Duty. And let me just say, when I was 12, I camped. I didn't snipe that much, but I know for a fact I camped. So that kind of gave me the idea that, you know, these are the kids who are breaking this game. Another game breaker is, like I said before, the TAC insert. That one piece of equipment just completely breaks the game, because if you combine that with the sniper, people think it's competitive. Like, that is, you know, once again, it's competitive, but in pubs, people abuse it. People abuse the weapons in pubs. Quickscopers abuse it. It just ruins the experience for everybody else. Like I said, people will go into full parties with TAC inserts and just quickscope. That's a game breaker, okay? And the developers don't care. Hell, they are in this for competitive play. Treyarch does not give a shit about pubs, even though it is their biggest, their biggest area where people play. They were in this for competitive gameplay. What's it called? You can tell based on the game updates, and they actually added in a new capture the flag thing, which obviously is for competitive, but I don't think it's gonna be that great. Yeah, so developers don't really care about pubs, which I think is a mistake, but I gotta say, what they did this year was incredible. They completely changed competitive Call of Duty. It increased dramatically throughout this year. I mean, I could say one of the biggest growing channels on YouTube this year in terms of Call of Duty is Optic Nadeshot and the Optic team. They were growing really fast. And if you compare the old competitive play to the new competitive play, like I said in the beginning of this commentary, it went from FAMAS users, people using just the FAMAS in Black Ops 1, to the ACRs, SMGs, sometimes quickscoping. But in Black Ops 2, you see the entire enchilada, the entire branch of weapons being used. It's not just a certain branch. And of course, people will also relate this to lag compensation, which is, once again, a big benefactor in Call of Duty. A lot of people hate it. I hear COD Ghost is getting dedicated servers. I'll talk about that in my next commentary. But yeah, lag also, when you get sniped and you watch the kill cam, if the person does not hit you with that sniper rifle, like it hits the wall next to you and you die, you rage the fuck out, because it's lag. The bullet's not connecting, but in his kind of internet, it is. And that pisses me off. There's also bad hit detection as well. Final statement, guys. The developers do not break this game. The players do. Alright, thanks for watching this, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to leave a like, subscribe if you have not, and, as you all know, guys, Legends out. And sorry I haven't been posting. I'll try to post more this week. Bye-bye.